the action. We got to update you on something special that happened to Sebastian Aho this week. He was selected as one of the 3 provisional selections from the country of Finland to compete in the 2022 Olympics in Beijing. So, guys, this is a really cool opportunity for Aho, who leads Finnish-born players in goals since 2018-2019, and hopefully we'll hear more Olympic news throughout this season from more Canes players.
Abby, that is great stuff. We got a call from the great Jari Lehtinen. I remember actually when Nashville was playing in an outdoor game in Dallas, and Jari Lehtinen was on the set, the former Dallas Star, and was asked who's his favorite Finnish player, and he said Sebastian Aho. That is supremely high praise. And then to be named one of the 3 originals. Good for Sebastian.
I get the feeling there are going to be a lot of people who say Sebastian Aho is their favorite Finnish player, and I get the feeling he'll be joined by a couple of his teammates on that team as Nashville does the Hurricanes a favor and ice the puck here. A minute 49 left on the penalty to Brady Shea.
I mean, when you think about all the great Finns, for Jari Lehtinen to say that, the 2-way annual Selke candidate that he always was. Because the greatest form of respect you can get is from your peers. You would think Teuvo Teravainen certainly will be on that team that will compete in Beijing.
Well, with the start he's had to the season, clearly he'll be turning some heads as the draw was won by Jordan Stahl, but Nashville gains control. I am looking forward to that Olympic competition trip when it's best on best. We'll see how that plays out. And the Canes right now, Jacob Slavin's best, knocks the puck away for Stahl. Opportunity, but Stepan overskates the puck. The other way, it's Duchesne. Duchesne will whip it around, set up the power play for Johansson to Josi. Josi, though, pressured on the puck. Excellent work there by the Canes. Derek Stepan, veteran move, and he takes more time off of the Brady Shea penalty.
Stepan, one of the reasons he wanted to come to Carolina is a chance to win. He's hit the ground running so far this year.
Absolutely has. The Carolina Hurricanes continue work there by the Canes. Derek Stepan, veteran move, and he takes more time off of the Brady Shea penalty.
Stepan, one of the reasons he wanted to come to Carolina is a chance to win. He's hit the ground running so far this year.
Absolutely has. The Carolina Hurricanes continuing the put the pressure on for the kill. Can't clear, though, as Cunnin keeps it in, but then Aho right on cue. Deflects it. Skate race. Aho shorthanded. He's just going to lose the handle of that, but he'll take some time off of the penalty. Good work there by the Canes Finnish center, who is going to Beijing in the Olympics. Showing that 2-way play that Jari Lehtinen would be proud of. Now it's Cousins in for Nashville. Cunnin at the point. Takes a shove. Cody Glass was picked up in a trade from Vegas. They throw one right on, and Cunning's shot is detected by Anderson. It's Ian Cole trying to clear. Get some help from Pesci, and does. Zekholm knocks it down, but Nashville has to tag up. Canes are trying to make a change. Tolvanen comes in, backhand, forehand, right in, and Anderson closes the door.
A chance for Carolina to ice the puck shorthanded. They turn it over, but it's not costly because Anderson, again, sparkling save. Ekholm finds Tolvanen. Now, I'm not sure that Freddy Anderson would have thought Tolvanen is always a shoot-first type of guy. Really good stop. And this was Stepan earlier. Continues to make an impact. It seems like shift in, shift out. The excellent habit of his stick on the ice at all times.
Now just 4 seconds left. Josi gets the puck off of the draw, walks to the middle, looks for a lane. His shot is deflected. And the Canes kill off the penalty. Shea comes out of the box. And now looking to clear. The Hurricanes do. Lawrence, though, just over his stick. Now Fabro, he whiffs on it. And the Canes push the puck as far as the Nashville blue line. Carolina's penalty killers outstanding tonight. Now Janot throws one out in front, but Anderson makes a save. Trennan turns around, his shot goes wide. Now Josi with the keep-in. Sissons throws it across where Fabro throws it for Janot. Back up top, Fabro. His shot doesn't get through. That hits Stepan out in front. Steen, the Cane centerman. Now Janot will lose the puck. And it's Lawrence. But the Canes need to make a change, and Lawrence will just flip that one high for Saros.
Slavin, his ability, that explosive first step, so powerful. Because of that, he's able to vacate the defensive zone.
Now the Canes will knock it back in. Shane Willis was talking about not only that, his crossover as a defenseman. He takes one crossover, he's from one side of the rink to the other with his skating ability that you are highlighting there as well, Tripp. Now Forsberg, his pass is knocked away. Nate's just trying to win a skate race. The Canes knock it up, and Svetchnikov has it. Does he have a lane? Pull shot right on. Saros with a save. Rebound chance, and Saros denies Svetchnikov. Now Forsberg has some room. He'll throw it into the Canes' end. Carolina tied at 1 here with the Predators. These two teams, as Carolina's got to tag up, they'll go for a change as Nashville tries to work the puck through the neutral zone. Granlund has it stripped, recovers, but then Aho's there to knock it away. Carrier throws it into the corner. These two teams so familiar with each other. Had a heck of a first-round series as they were Central Division opponents last year in the modified 56-game schedule. Played each other 8 times in the regular season, as we highlighted in the intermission, all the overtime. And now Jordan Martinook trying to make sure that doesn't happen. He's interfered with. Puck stays in the Nashville zone. Carrier throws it out. Cole trying to keep it in, but it pops just outside of the blue line, and now everybody gathering for a conference in front of the Predators bench. We get a closer look at that. Now Carrier can't handle. 15-15 left to go here in the third. 1-1 hockey game.
See if the Canes can get some pucks behind the Nashville defense to get back to work on the forecheck.
Now, Carolina watching Glass play it off the boards in the neutral zone. Trying to gain entry. As Fabro is there. Bear pokes at it. Can't come up with it. Gives an opportunity and a shot put right on. As Anderson makes the save. Roman Josi with another dangerous chance.
That's the bad of the neutral zone. A few minutes ago, we saw the good. Carolina has been very effective with their indirect passes off the boards. Trocheck to Svetchnikov for a good chance. Indirect passes off the boards, keeping the puck on the exterior of the rink, is low risk, high reward. We saw Slavin do it. We illustrated that between periods. So we've seen what you want in the neutral zone there, and we've seen what you don't want there on that turnover, leading to the Josi chance in this following faceoff.
That'll bring the draw up to the right. Frederick Anderson. Glass is waved out of the circle, so Cousins will take the draw. And now, Derek Stepan pleading his case, and he's waved out. Lawrence will take the draw. It goes back to Borowiecki. His shot deflected by Ian Cole. That goes out of play.
Nice work if you lose the draw. Stepan, who's a winger in that situation, gets out on his point man. He's on his horse. You're on your toes. Knowing in all situations, whether you're a center or a winger, what your responsibilities are if you win a draw and lose a draw.
And now Stepan's able to take the draw. Sends it back, and Pesci, he'll win it clearly. Shea trying to connect with Stepan. Won't make it for Isaac. Good work by Stepan to keep it in. Pesci wings one across. Shea, slap pass down low for Lawrence Kokaniemi now on this line with Stepan and Lawrence. Nashville coming into the Canes zone with speed. No further though. It's Carolina. Sees Lawrence. Send it in deep. And Saros will have to play it behind his net.
Yeah, we're seeing some different looking lines at the moment.
The Canes have Kokaniemi behind the net. Shot was put on by D'Angelo, and Saros with another save. Now Cole. He steps into Trennan. The officials wearing yellow Predators jerseys in the stands want to call, but they're not going to get one. 13:40 to go here in the third. And now Stepan with a hit, and this one will get called. Because it was along the boards, and that's going to bring some pushing and shoving.
Trocheck Headed to the box for a cross-check.
It'll be Trocheck on that hit. And we will sort out all of the penalties. That'll be coming up. 13:34 to go here. It's a 1-1 game in Nashville.
What makes us unique as individuals makes us stronger together. At PNC, we believe our differences make the difference in who we are as individuals. And when you bring together individuals from different backgrounds with unique interests and perspectives, we can do more, we can be more, and we can achieve more together. Visit pnc.com/diversity to learn more. PNC, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. The PNC Financial Services Group, Incorporated, all rights reserved.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously. But as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Canes are going to be shorthanded. Vincent Trocheck, who was injured against Nashville on a cross-check last season. More rigid enforcement of cross-checking this year. Players are going to have to adjust. And I think in real time, the criteria for me is going to be if you can finish with your hands, not your stick. It looked like that was the stick. Vincent would like to have that back. Players will adjust.
Well, certainly when something becomes an initiative from the league office, we've seen it before with other crackdowns or tightening up on the rules, and it'll be something, as you mentioned, the players will have to make the change and address. And now the Canes penalty killers have to come up again. Shot right on Anderson with the same rebound attempt. And a huge hit being thrown on Duchesne in the corner. Puck still loose. Predators will settle it down. Yossi has it to Johansson. Johansson sends it down low. Duchesne can't handle it. Now into the slot. Forsberg. He can't get to it. Duchesne tries to kick to it. He takes down Slavin. They battle for it behind Anderson. It'll come free. Johansson and Stahl. Johansson uses his big frame to keep it in. Now the Canes get a lane, and Ethan Bear smartly sends it the length of the ice.
Building chemistry there between Slavin and Bear. Well, Kyle Granlund, is he ever a competitor? I'm not used to seeing that type of physicality. Big hit on the power play.
Nashville has brought the physical play here tonight. Now they brought the puck in the zone. Shot right on Anderson with a save. Rebound chance in the slot. Anderson gets the glove on cutting. Still loose at the side of the net. Canes try to pop it free. Carrier with the keep in. Now walking the line. Shot right on Anderson. He makes the save. Still loose. Puck is loose in the blue paint. Carolina will clear. Out and Anderson. Get a glove on that. Mercy.
Spectacular desperation save. Rotating from left to right in swooping fashion with his glove.
30 seconds left in the penalty to Vincent Trocheck. Now it pops high off the top of the net. Anderson has to be ready for it. Canes try to clear. Can't. It's kept in. Glass to the corner. Settling it down. Cousins up top. Carrier. Cousins. Intercepted. 10 seconds left. Great play by Marty Necas. Situational awareness, knowing that Trocheck's about to come out of the box, and he'll just slice it. The Canes needed a change. And now Trocheck is out of the box. Carolina's penalty killers 4 for 4. Now Ian Cole with a big hit on Trennan. Now Sissons throws the puck to absolutely no one, and it goes back into the Nashville zone. Saros will have to play. Now Fosk with a forecheck, but you know we'll get to it. 11:10 to go in the third period. D'Angelo chops at it, and it'll go into the Predators bench. Stopping play.
Let's just admire this spectacular stop. This is athletic. And again, I keep talking about Freddy's eyes. They always lead. Here, he just senses, pucks behind him, and rotates over like Condor Man. The core flexibility to deny that with the glove. The swoop from left to right.
I don't know if Condor Man is a superhero trip, but you might have just came up with one. Now, as you know, in Nashville, with the puck in the Canes' end. I know this, Condors have a huge wingspan. They're envious of Freddy Anderson right now. Carolina and Nashville tied at 1. Of course, we should expect that in this building. Every game in the postseason went to overtime here in Bridgestone. We'll only have 5 minutes of an extra session if we get there. No, it's not a jinx, it's pointing out the facts. Now, Carolina making a change as Bear comes on for D'Angelo. Aho trying to fend it up to Martinuk. Slavin reads the play. He has it. He sends one through the blue paint. Saros has to be ready for it. Teravainen spins it down low for Martinuk. Aho swipes at it. Slavin tries to keep. He comes out.
Martinuk has been successful in the past at times in the short term, bumping up with Teravainen and Aho as we see the different line combinations we have here in this period.
Under 10 minutes to go here in the third period. 1-1 game. Slavin knocks it down with a big mitt. Martinuk sends it in for Aho. Aho pulling up, looking. An exchange with Teravainen. He throws it out for Saros. Now Bear with a look. Too many bodies out in front, so Bear to Aho. Now to Teravainen. His wrister deflected into the corner. Can't be chopped out by Forsberg. Bear gets to it. Across for Slavin. Slavin to Teravainen. Martinuk. Slavin shot wide. Aho waves at it. It's loose in the slot, and Nashville is just going to send it wide. Carolina was making a change, so no icing. Svetchnikov comes on, and he'll wrap it in. We have had some dazzling saves here as Carolina will knock the puck down, and that will stop play with 8:59 to go here in the third period. The captain, Sebastian Aho, and the Canes, they're used to this kind of game in Nashville. We're tied at 1.
Hey, Hurricanes fans, no matter how you celebrate game day, it's all about the food. And Harris Teeter has everything you need. Delicious subs and wraps, fresh hot store-made pizza, all sizes of party platters or ready-to-serve wing trays, just to name a few. Plus, with Harris Teeter fuel points, you can earn free fuel with every purchase you make, up to $1 off per gallon. Stop at your Harris Teeter for great savings on all your game day needs, or download the HT app to order ahead. Harris Teeter, where Hurricanes fans shop for groceries.
With Advance Auto Parts, you can get the part you need from the comfort of your garage. We have a wide variety of parts in stock, and you can get them fast. Order online with Advance Same Day and get your part with same-day pickup in-store, same-day curbside, or same-day delivery. It's the fastest way to get the part you need, where you need it, when you need it. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
Hey, Caniacs, this is Mike Maniscalco. This season, Vector Security is giving away a free home security system for life to one new customer every Friday. So if you're going to the game, watch for the Vector Security logo on the video boards throughout the arena and enter to win. Or you can enter anytime by visiting Vector Security on Facebook. As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, Vector Security wants to help you defend your house for life.
Trip Tracy, we always like seeing Tim Gleason on the ice for the Canes. How do you like seeing him behind the bench as the man running the defense for Rod Brind'Amour?
I love calling his games. His defensive pairing in the run in 2009, the playoffs with Joe Corvo, was an excellent pairing. Tim Gleason as a player and now as a coach equals character. Look at what he's done on the kill. 7 for 7, including 2 big kills here in this third period. He has watched so much video, an abundance of it, to prepare for this opportunity.
Rod Brindamore has spoken so highly of Tim Gleason, talking about him being able to do the job. Now Andrei Svetchnikov trying to step around, carry it. He'll seal him off. Puck comes free. Canes look to keep in. Bodied down by Pesce for the moment. Now it's along the wall. Stays there. Now Canes will get to it. Nate's wrist. He'll throw it right on, and Saros makes the save. Predator's net comes off of its pegs, and we'll get a stoppage with 8:27 left here in the third.
Yeah, I talked to Tim Gleason this afternoon, and his approach, he said about the penalty kill, he said, I want to try, because Ethan Bear and Ian Cole don't play on the power play, I want to try to get them as many minutes as I can killing penalties. Of course, you're going to go with the Slavins, the Pesces, the Brady Sheas, but you want that depth. Brady Shea took a penalty in this game. You want to have numerous guys that you can count on and trust that can kill penalties for you.
And Tim Gleason, outstanding penalty killer in his own right. The Carolina Hurricanes, U.S. Olympian.
I remember the game when he took the puck off the face in Washington when he was trying to make that Olympic team from Alex Ovechkin. Came back with, I think it was a cage, either that or a full eye-tech, and scored a huge tying goal. I mean, that's Tim Gleason's character on display.
Well, the Stahl line is out, and Stahl with a backhand! And Saros might have gotten a skate blade to that, as the Canes captain was an inch away from giving the Canes a 2-1 lead here. That line has had chances tonight. Jesper Fast, the lone goal scorer for Carolina. They're coming all the way back in the first period. Stahl trying to get it to Ethan Bear. Bear will skate hard to get to it, but now he's caught behind the net. Nashville look to take advantage. As Yossi throws it through, crossed up, tipped out in front as Jeannot was charging hard, and Anderson had to be ready for that. Jeannot couldn't connect on the target. Opportunity developed there for Nashville. Now you can hear the officials telling him to keep playing, and they do. Now Trenning gets a hit, and Niederreiter got caught up with decisions. Niederreiter's got to go to the bench because his helmet's off. He does, and that gives Jesper Fast an opportunity to make a play. And he and Jeannot battle in the corner. Puck squirts out. Stepan will have it. He'll throw it out in front, and Saros has it in his equipment. He'll hang on. 7:11 left here in the third.
Where there have been some very, very good saves from Freddy Anderson on tips. And here's Jeannot, wins this race to the net. I hold my breath anytime I see something on the backhand. There's Jeannot trying to redirect that on the backhand, because, of course, that was the only shot that was able to find the back of the net, the backhand Ryan Johansson back in the second period. This fourth line, Jeannot, Trennan, Sissons, the Herd line, these are big physical guys that can skate.
Now the Canes have won the draw. D'Angelo leaves it for Cole. Cole risks one. Saros makes the save. Can't corral the rebound, but the Preds will get to it and clear. Now the puck is set up for Grimaldi. Goes cross ice. Hammered wide as Anderson went post to post. Grimaldi setting up Philip Myers. Now it's Aho. Throwing the puck forward. That was Cole, rather. To Kotkaniemi. Deflected on, and Saros has to make the save. Kotkaniemi can't handle, and the puck will squirt free.
The good news, Kotkaniemi was covering up for pinching defenseman Tony D'Angelo. The unfortunate part is he didn't have his head quite on the swivel like he wanted to sort it out and prevent that chance.
Now it's Teravainen backing off the D. Loses his edge and will lose the puck to Johansson. Up for Forsberg. Forsberg, watched by Pesce. Forsberg shot right on! And Anderson, he makes the save.
Forsberg scored a goal high to the glove in the preseason game here on Saturday. I talked to Freddie about his release at practice this week. And if he thought his glove positioning was good on that goal, well, it's perfect here. Forsberg has one of the most deceptive, lethal releases in hockey. And some kind of snare from Freddie.
Now that'll bring up a draw to the right of the Hurricanes netminder, who's made 36 saves this evening. And we'll have to do it again. Nashville, 37 shots on goal. The Canes, 30. It's 1-1 on the scoreboard. 6:10 remains here in the third period. Gets set to do the draw all over again.
The only line for Carolina that hasn't been tweaked is the Jordan Stahl line with Jesper Faust and Nino Niederreiter that scored the goal in the first.
Now Pesci's flip is settled down. Natchez. Svetchnikov, big shot, he scores! Mr. Svetchnikov puts the Canes in the lead, 2-1.
The countless reasons he is such a special player, Andrei Svetchnikov. He doesn't chase a mistake. He turned the puck over in the neutral zone that led to Nashville's goal. Does he ever amend for it? As Carolina wins a 50-50 battle. The loft from Pesci. Carrier can't play it. What a feed from Natchez. These reconstructed lines. And that is an underrated wrist shot on his natural side in one motion to expose the short side high, beating Saros on the blocker side. We've seen it on the power play on his natural side, that he can get the puck to the net with as much velocity as quickly as he can. What a goal there, especially after his turnover in the neutral zone in the second period.
His third goal on the season, just 2 games in, comes at the 14-minute mark here of the third period. And now he bats it up to Natchez, the man who set him up for the go-ahead goal right now for Carolina. 2-1. And this game has had a playoff feel, as well it should, with as much as these two teams have played each other. And now, Jacob Slavin, he just grabbed the gap wedge of Trip Tracy and throws that up high for Andrei Svetchnikov. You better celebrate when you've got a shot like that and you put your team in the lead late in the third period.
Spectrum Paint. We're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality, with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service, with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help you with all your painting projects. Spectrum Paint, official paint store of the Carolina Hurricanes. Visit SpectrumPaint.com for all 5 Triangle locations.
Have you ever caught a t-shirt that fell from the rafters at PNC or shot out of Stormy's air cannon? Hurricanes alum Shane Willis here, and I know that it is always a big part of every Hurricanes home game, and it's all thanks to Raleigh Screen Print, a family-owned and operated business that will beat any online website price for bulk orders. That's right, unbeatable prices and designs on your everyday t-shirt or high-performance sporting apparel. Raleigh Screen Print has exactly what you need. To see all they can provide and get your unbeatable price quote, visit RaleighScreenPrint.com today.
Mike Maniscalco here, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Paul Auclair, the owner of Deep River Brewing Company and proud sponsor of your Carolina Hurricanes. Paul, tell us a little bit about Deep River Brewing Company.
Deep River Brewing Company is located at 700 West Main Street in historic downtown Clayton, North Carolina. Our brewery and tap room are open Wednesday through Sunday. We have 12 beers on tap and food trucks on site daily.
And you can find Deep River beer at local bottle shops, restaurants, and grocery stores. If you don't find Deep River at your local watering hole, make sure to ask for it by name. And remember, drink local.
Trip Canes lead 2-1. Tell us how we got here.
The common denominator on all 3 goals has been between the 2 blue lines in the neutral zone. All 3 forwards, puck support, north-south hockey. That was the good. Svetchnikov, this is the bad. Telegraphing that pass as Johansson ties it. And now the aerial from Pesci. The neutral zone won by Natchez and company, and just a special release there from Andrei Svetchnikov. What he does with his feet to receive that pass and get it to the net as quickly as he can. There are very few players that can do that in this league.
Now 5:25 to go. Jesper Faust with it for Carolina. The Canes have gone in the lead. Now look to extend. Niederreiter with a good play there on Duchesne to keep the puck deep. Excellent hustle there. Now Bear has to turn. Look. Good play. And you heard Ethan Bear tell Abby Labar about that in the intermission interview. He knows where everybody's going to be in this system. You don't have to think. You just have to play.
And fellow defenseman Brett Pesci, I like the fact that he aerialed that puck on the go-ahead goal. I think when you do that, it puts defensemen on the other team or forwards back-checking in a position of weakness. And such was the case there.
Now the Canes would try to put Nashville in a little bit deeper of a hole jumps up. Martin with a great play to bump it to Aho. Aho with speed. He's trying to get down Broadway, but much like the Broadway outside, too congested to get anywhere. And Nashville throws it back in. Pesci will take a hit, get it to Martin, who will just chip it out. You have to imagine short shifts now by the Canes here with 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the third period. A 2-1 lead. Nashville, Carrier. Stretch pass chipped into the Canes end. Bull bumps with Sissons. Now Kokiniemi stops the puck, looks to make a play. Yossi takes it from the Canes' young Finn. Now Yossi spins, throws one, and that goes just wide of Anderson's net. Yossi showing off that offense that he has.
Kokiniemi got beat to the middle, but then recovered with a big block.
Now it's Sissons going for a change, just throws the puck to the Canes' blue line. Carolina says thank you, they'll take the puck. Lawrence has it. He'll chip it deep, and he'll go for a change. Two players on for Carolina. Svetchnikov, the goal scorer here in the third period. He pinches up. Cousins is able to get to it. Nashville on the attack. Need the puck to do that. They don't have it. Svetchnikov has it. Sends it back into Predators territory. Now Grimaldi will take his shoulder, but the puck will find its way back to the diminutive forward for the Preds. Anderson with a good stick. The goaltender saw that there could have been numbers there for Nashville. And he plays it to safety, and the Canes will do the same and go for another change. Quick stretch pass, though. Puts the puck right onto the blade of Cousins. Seen all the way by Anderson, though. And he'll make that save. His 37th of the evening.
Svetchnikov works on that flip that he used defensively there with Jeff Daniels after a lot of practices. When he stays on late after practices, it's always with a purpose.
2:25 to go here in the third period. Ethan Bear trying to keep the puck away from Cunnin, and does. And now the Canes up for Fost. Too far. You got to watch the clock and see if UC Saros will be making his way to the Predators bench. Nino Niederreiter and Ekholm. It's Niederreiter winning the race. Canes making another change, and they'll come up with a puck. Turn around, Aho sends it in deep. Carolina keeping their shifts to about 25 seconds right now here in the final 4 minutes of this period. Teravainen pounding Ekholm. Steals. Martinuk gets a stick to it. Teravainen just sends it in deep. 95 seconds remain here in Nashville. 2-1 lead for the Carolina Hurricanes. Now Johansson. He lumbers, gets the puck to Duchesne. Duchesne wraps it in. Forsberg has to stop as Pesci was waiting for him. Aho knocks it away from Forsberg. He'll get the puck. Teravainen. Saros is on the bench. Empty net. Does he have it? Bullseye! Teuvo Teravainen from about 150 feet gives the Canes a 3-1 lead.
Wow, what a goal. What a play from Brett Pesci. Coming down low defensively, puck support from Teuvo Teravainen. And then Phil Mickelson, the huge Caniac that he is, he's got to admire this chip with pinpoint accuracy, with pressure coming all the way down the ice. Teuvo Teravainen has always been grossly underrated with what he brings defensively. Comes way down low. They're essentially the centerman. Pesci makes a heck of a play. And with pressure coming, chips her down the ice, and good chance he solidifies this thing.
It's Teravainen's second of the year. I've been waiting on this one for you, Tripp. Under Rod Brindamore in season openers on the road, or the first road game, the Carolina Hurricanes are 3-0. They're a minute 10 from improving to 4-0 under Rod Brindamore in the first game they play on the road, with Rod behind the bench. Now it's Saros goes back to the bench. 60 seconds left. Extra attacker out for the Predators as they have the puck in the Canes zone. But a 3-1 lead for Carolina. Nashville keeping it in. Ekholm tees it up. His shot right out. Hits the post. Rebound. He's right there. And we still have time as Forsberg knocks it home with 44.7 left here in the third period.
The tip on the way in was his stick. below the crossbar. I know Jacob Slavin thought so. Now that is a standard review. I didn't see anything there that would... I can't... Slavin had a perfect vantage point. There it looks like it's below the bar, and then he gets to the loose puck and finishes it. Again, even in the last minute, there's nothing here that would be a coach's challenge, and there isn't a coach's challenge because in the last minute it would be league initiated or in overtime. But Slavin certainly thought that stick was high from our vantage point. In the looks we've had, I didn't think so. And now you just have to reset, 1-goal game, and try to finish this thing back off. Saros back in the net. Nashville's had really good traffic all night long. You had a high tip, and then Forsberg. Layers of net front. As Ekholm does a fine job getting the puck through. No, there's nothing even approaching a high stick. So I was surprised that Slavin had that reaction. Very nice look from our truck. And now Rod Brindamore will try to keep Saros in the net as long as he possibly can.
Time for us to let you know our next telecast will be coming up on Thursday night. It starts at 6:30 with Hurricanes Live, and then 7 o'clock, the Hurricanes take on the Montreal Canadiens. Might be some storylines in that game when we get up to Canada, Trip.
Well, Kokaniemi obviously returning the Montreal Canadiens. He's playing on a different line than he started the game with. He started with Aho, now playing with Stepan. You have two centermen on the ice right now in both Jordan Staal and Sebastian Aho. You want to keep Saros, who's at the hash marks, in the Nashville net as long as you can.
So this important draw on center ice. Staal and Johansson. And it's won by the Canes. And it's pushed forward as Jesper Fast continues his good start to the season. But the puck will squirt free. Saros runs to the bench. 30 seconds left here in the third period. Puck's wrapped around behind the net. Duchesne gets a stick to it. He gets it back. That's Johansson looking for Duchesne. Up top for Yossi. Yossi shot right on Anderson. Calmly hangs on to that one. 17.3 left here in the third.
Yeah, for obvious reasons on the back end, Tim Gleason goes with the two best defensive defensemen, Slavin and Pesce. And Anderson absorbs that shot. Again, I mentioned earlier in the game, you have two righties and two lefties now, so you're covered on both dots. Biggest draw so far is a Hurricane here for Derek Stepan.
Stepan will be taking the draw against Matt Duchesne for right now. To the right of Frederick Anderson. Stepan wins the draw, gets it back to Pesce. Empty net for Nashville. Pesce can't clear. Knocked down, second opportunity. It's waved at, and it's going to go just wide. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. And that'll be touched up icing for the Canes, as they were a whisker away from another empty netter from 150 feet.
Stepan wins the draw, and now Nashville will choose the same side, because if they go the other side, you have the lefty and Jordan Staal. Will we see a timeout here? I don't believe so. Quality win on the previous faceoff that you hope will.
Stepan will take the draw again against Duchesne. Duchesne wins it right back. Now it's to Yossi. Quickly, with 3 seconds left. Shot goes wide by Ekholm. 1 second, and that's it. The horn goes, and the Hurricanes have improved to 2-0 on the start of this season with a gritty win here in Nashville. 3-2, Carolina takes the final.
Tough building, a really fun-spirited rivalry. Comes down to goaltending. Freddy Anderson was brilliant. The penalty kill. And the Jack Adams Coach of the Year making some subtle changes in his forward lines that leads to Natchez and Svetchnikov winning the thing. This game was also won in the neutral zone. All of the goals, really, other than Nashville making a 1-goal game late, that was the common denominator. Tweaking the lines like Rod did, Svetchnikov recovering from his mistake on the Nashville goal from Ryan Johansson. Fun hockey team off to a super start that now can enjoy this for a few days before they head to Montreal next Thursday.
Freddy Anderson with 38 saves in this hockey game as the Carolina Hurricanes find a way to win this game 3-2. You know that they're very familiar with each other as the Carolina Hurricanes come up with a big performance to have broke to 2-0 on the season. Jesper Fast with the goal. And a huge goal by Andrei Svetchnikov and an empty netter by Teuvo Teravainen. Coming up after the break is Hurricanes Live. You'll hear from Rod Brindamore, players, game highlights, stats, and analysis, and a breakdown. And we look ahead to the next game against Montreal. Canes win it in Nashville, 3-2.
Introducing the best deal in mobile. Unlimited on 2 or more lines for $29.99 a month per line. With no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60%. Get unlimited on 2 or more lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999. Click SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you. Offer valid for new customers on 2 or more unlimited lines. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/2021. Prepaid excluded.
What's up? This is Riley. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the Applewood bacon. It's savory and then it's also kind of sweet. And I think the combination of bacon with chicken and Colby Jack cheese, it just really knocks it out of the park.
Hey, I'm Tanea. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the chicken. It's so juicy. It's grilled to perfection. I'm going to devour this sandwich.
Order the Grilled Chicken Club sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
PNC Bank believes that how you handle overdraft should be in your control, not just your bank's. That's why we created Low Cash Mode, the new financial watch-out that gives you multiple options and at least 24 hours of extra time to help avoid overdraft fees. Low Cash Mode, available with Virtual Wallet, gives you options and extra time to help avoid overdraft fees. Learn more at pnc.com/lowcashmode. PNC Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Alec Campbell back with you here inside our network studios. 3-2 is the final. The Hurricanes get the win, and they move to 2-0-0 on the year. Their first road win of the season in Nashville. Canes get 2 goals in the third period, starting with Andrei Svetchnikov, who got his 3rd goal of the year to give the Hurricanes a 2-1 lead.
The only line for Carolina that hasn't been tweaked is the Jordan Stahl line with Jesper Fast and Nino Niederreiter that scored the goal in the first.
Now Pesci's flip is settled down. Natchez. Svetchnikov, big shot, he scores! Mr. Svetchnikov puts the Canes in the lead, 2-1.
And then it was Teuvo Teravainen with an empty netter to make it 3-1.
Duchesne wraps it in. Forsberg has to stop as Pesci was waiting for him. Aho knocks it away from Forsberg. He'll get the puck. Teravainen. Saros is on the bench. Empty net. Does he have it? Bullseye! Teuvo Teravainen from about 150 feet gives the Canes a 3-1 lead.
So Jesper Fast, Andrei Svetchnikov, Teuvo Teravainen, the goal scorers for Carolina. Ryan Johansson and Philip Forsberg, the goal scorers for Nashville. Forsberg got one after Teuvo Teravainen's empty netter in the third to make it 3-2. Those are the goal scorers for Nashville. So it's a 3-2 final. Canes on the road again in Montreal coming up on Thursday, 7 o'clock opening faceoff. Make sure you're staying tuned for our post-game show on our flagship station, 99.9 The Fan in Raleigh, or streaming live on WRALSportsFan.com. Otherwise, we will talk to you next Thursday before Canes and Canadiens, 7 o'clock right here on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Carolina Hurricanes hockey has been presented by PNC Bank and brought to you by Raleigh Screen Print, Spectrum Mobile, UNC Rex Healthcare, Advanced Auto Parts, by Woodbridge Wine, Spectrum Paint, Vector Security, Pepsi, and by Harris Teeter. Thanks for listening to the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Now, it's time for the Aftermath, presented by John Heister Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lillington.
Svetchnikov in backhand and scores! What a play! That's the magic! Andrei Svetchnikov is second of the night, and the Carolina Hurricanes go up 3-2.
In just minutes, we'll have interviews from the locker room, your phone calls, and more. Now, here's Alec Campbell.
All right, so 3-2 is the final. The Hurricanes move to 2-0-0 on the year. They get their first road win of the season in Nashville against the Predators. Canes get 2 goals in the third period. Andrei Svetchnikov got his 3rd goal of the year to give the Hurricanes a 2-1 lead. Teuvo Teravainen with an empty netter to make it 3-1. Unfortunately, they allowed Philip Forsberg to score a goal to make it 3-2, so things did get interesting late in the third period. The Hurricanes got another goal from Jesper Fast in this game as well. He was the first goal scorer for Carolina. Ryan Johansson and Philip Forsberg, the goal scorers for Nashville. Jesper Fast, Andrei Svetchnikov, Teuvo Teravainen, all were goal scorers in game number 1. So each of those guys has 2-game goal scoring streaks going now as they beat Nashville on the road. Really fun hockey game. I think for the most part, a pretty well-played hockey game as well. Both goaltenders, I think, were great tonight. Freddy Anderson, the first star of the night for me from the get-go. He stopped Alexander Carrier on the opening shift on a great chance. Made a few others in the first period as well. Made his biggest save in the third period. We will get to that a little bit later on. Eli Tolvanen trying to get one past Freddie and give Nashville the lead in the third period, and it got behind Freddie, and he dove after it. Luke Cunnin was standing there trying to whack at it at the goalpost, but Freddie made a spectacular save to keep the Hurricanes in it, as he did all night long. UC Saros was good for Nashville as well. Canes' power play was good in the season opener. It was basically the exact opposite tonight. But fortunately for Carolina, they were good on the PK. Canes went 0 for 4 on the power play tonight. Nashville, by the way, went 0 for 4 on the power play as well. Canes were 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. I thought their penalty kill looked really good, including 2 huge kills in the third period. They had one to start the period, which I thought was a crucial start to the period. I mean, that's one of those things that can give you momentum if you come out in the beginning. I mean, basically, Nashville had a full power play to start the third period. They had 1 minute and 59 seconds left on a power play to start the third period on fresh ice. Never a great thing to have, but if you can kill it, it can give you some momentum. So that could have been the biggest moment of the game, potentially, besides the Freddie save, I think, in the third period as well. But the Canes had 2 big kills in the third period, and so that was great to see by them. All right, it's time to go inside the locker room. We're going to hear from a couple of players, and we will start with Andrei Svetchnikov.
After you were able to get your goal in the third period.
Yeah, for sure, because I made a big mistake when they scored the first goal, and, I had to do that, and I'm glad we won today.
Did you always have such a strong, powerful shot, or did you kind of grow up and were like, I just want to have a strong shot?
I try to improve it every day, so I'm not sure if I had a always strong shot, but I still doesn't have a strong shot, so I try to work on it, so thank you.
Andrei, what can you say about Freddie and his performance tonight?
Yeah, he played awesome. I don't know how many shots they had. I felt they had like 50, 60 shots today, and he made big saves. It's glad to see him. We won today, and it's going to help him grow.
Corey?
Andrei, I know Saros was one of the best goalies in the league last year. What are you looking for when you're coming down the wing there with that chance? Are you trying to shoot short side? Did you think that's a good spot to go?
Well, Nietzsche made a great play. He just under the stick passed it to me, and I saw that short side because he was moving from the right side to the left side, and obviously I saw that short side upstairs, and I'm glad I got that goal.
Chip?
Yes, Fetch, how do you feel like the team played in this game compared to the first game? And it really did seem like it was almost like one of those Stanley Cup playoff games against Nashville.
Yeah, well, they played the awesome game. They played fast, and we played very good too. And obviously, we had lots of mistakes, especially me too. And we're gonna work on it, and hopefully, we're gonna be ready for the next game.
Ryan?
Hey, Andre, it seemed last year when things weren't going right, it just kind of kept compounding on you. But this year, it seems that you're getting a lot of the breaks. Do you think it's just luck or, just feeling more comfortable?
Well, it's also, you want to work hard and go there and show your best performance. But, I felt last year I didn't have a little bit luck. And, this year I got so far, and hopefully it's going to keep going. So we'll see.
All right, thanks, Fetch.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, so there is Hurricanes forward Andrei Svetchnikov, who notches a goal tonight. He also had 7 shots, 1 penalty. Svetchnikov totally redeemed himself with the goal that he scored in the third period. It was not a terrible start for Svetchnikov, but he made 2 mistakes in the game. Number 1, he had another stick infraction in the first period. He had a slashing call in the neutral zone that put him in the penalty box, and then it was his mistake in the second period, giving up the puck, which he alluded to just then. A lazy pass in the neutral zone, picked off by Ryan Johansson. Johansson took it in and scored to tie the game at 1. So it was really Svechnikov's mistake that led to the goal that Nashville scored in the second period to make it 1-1. So while he hadn't necessarily played poorly, it was 2 things that he had done in the game that were kind of head scratchers. So he comes back in the third period and he scores the go-ahead goal to make it 2-1, and everything, when you do that, gets erased. And Svechnikov has obviously been very good in the first 2 games, so hopefully that will continue. All right, back inside the locker room, and now we are going to hear from Freddy Anderson.
I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Yeah, there's a few.
I'm sure you mean the one I'm kind of laying around?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I don't remember all the specifics, but I think I just got a feeling that it kind of was sneaking behind me and needed to turn around to try to cover that post up. And I think didn't really know where the puck was compared until the guys cleared it out. So they did a great job of helping me out there.
Freddie, how did you feel as the game went on? It felt from our perspective like you were consistent in keeping the team in, but then after Nashville got their goal, they kind of ramped it up. How were you handling all of that?
Trying to continue my process of focusing on the next shot. I think can't really focus on too much else, especially when you play a good team. I think you just want to stay in the fight and do that next shift. Like that's what the players do, and as goalies, it's the next shot. So I think, like I said before, I think we stayed in the fight and got it out 2 points.
Corey?
Freddie, would you say one of your strengths is just how calm you are, and it seems like you're very steady. There isn't a lot of emotion. I want to say that, I can't look under your mask, obviously, but you seem like you keep on the same keel the whole game.
I try to. I think the key to my game is good positioning, being athletic, but I think you're going to have different emotional swings in the game, and it's a really exciting sport. So there's going to be ups and downs in every game and every period. So I think the better you can ride that wave and not let it affect you, I think it's beneficial for you.
Chip?
Yeah, Freddie, it seemed like the penalty kill to start the third period was really important, and obviously there were some other big kills in there. Can you just talk about how important having that good penalty kill was tonight?
Yeah, it's huge. I think you can create momentum for you too, so that's important to be ready to go and come out and kind of take that away from them. That's obviously a big chance for any team in this league to get a man advantage. So I think when you can kill it off, it's a huge momentum boost and for the team and the guys on the bench.
All right, thanks, Freddie.
Thank you.
All All right, so there is Freddy Anderson, who now moves to 2-0 on the season. He made 38 saves tonight on 40 shots. He was outstanding tonight, right from the get-go, as we mentioned. Shots on goal tonight go in favor of Nashville at 40-32. Hits in favor of the Predators at 15-13. Face-offs even tonight, 32 apiece. And power plays were even as well, 0 for 4 on the power play for both teams, which makes both teams 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. Point getters for Carolina tonight include Fost, Svetchnikov, and Teravainen, the goal scorers. Again, those guys have all scored in both games so far this year. Assists tonight, Aho 1, Natchez 1, Stahl 1. Brett Pesci had 2, and Jacob Slavin had an assist tonight as well. So, all in all, a very solid performance from Carolina in Nashville on the road against a pretty good team. I think Carolina looks like a team that is meshing together fairly well. I feel like I've spent a good deal of time talking about the challenge, I guess, of having a bunch of new guys around and trying to figure things out, new goaltenders. It's not always a great scenario for goaltenders when you've got a bunch of defensemen who haven't necessarily played together ever before, and they're trying to figure out systems, and communication can sometimes lead to a lot of chances, a lot of rubber that these goaltenders are having to see. But it looks pretty seamless to me, I have to say. It doesn't look like there are too many communication errors happening out there. The guys seem to be gelling pretty well with each other. It doesn't look like there's too much of an issue with so much turnover for Carolina this year. So that is extremely encouraging to see, and we'll see if it can continue as they continue to move along. They have a bunch of days off. I know Rod Brindamore doesn't necessarily love that, but they'll play next Thursday. Speaking of Rod, let's hear from him.
Difference, obviously. I haven't seen a lot of games like that in the 3 years that we've been doing this, where clearly the goalie was the reason we won the game, in my opinion. So, or we needed it to, right? Like usually the goalies will play good, but we're playing well. That was not the case tonight. We didn't play a very good game in front of them, but it came up huge.
What were your emotions when obviously Andre's unfortunate turnover led to their goal, but then he gets it back for you?
Right. I mean, that's going to happen, those kind of plays. But it's a game changer. Obviously, and then he got it back. So he's got that ability. That's why he's special.
Rod, what can you say just about Brett and all the little things that he brings to the table?
He logged so many heavy minutes. Our penalty kill obviously was really good. The power play was atrocious tonight. I don't know what we were trying to accomplish there. That wasn't very impressive. But our penalty kill bailed us out too, and he's a huge part of that. And he logs heavy minutes and against their better players all night. And he was good.
When you change the lines at the end of the game, like what's going through your mind? What are you trying to get?
Well, just after the second period, we shuffled the deck a little just because we were doing nothing the way it should look. Like it was clear that the only line that was going well was Jordo's line, in my opinion. So it was just kept them together and just make tweaks here and there. Hope to get a little juice out of it. And I thought we played a better period, in the third.
Corey? Rod, it gets lost a little bit because the goals have happened early in the game, but Jesper Fost has obviously had a couple goals in 2 games. What are your opinions on his game so far and what he's done early on?
Yep. Well, he's been steady, and you know what you're getting out of that guy, and that's what you love about him. As a coach, that's why you love him. Teammates love him, and because he just plays the same way, and he's got rewarded here early in the year, but he's played well, and he made a couple nice plays too that we didn't connect on tonight. He was really solid, and he killing penalties. He's been good, and that's one of the reasons why we got the win tonight. That line, Jordan line, they were effective.
Yeah, Rod, to follow up on on Foss play, would you say he's kind of a sneaky good kind of player? I mean, he's the kind of guy, like you say, a lot of the plays he does are overlooked a little bit, but he makes those key little detailed kind of plays you like.
Yeah, for sure. And he gets overlooked because we have, some bigger name players that, rightfully so are getting their kind of say on how we do, but you can't have success as a team without like a Jesper Foss, without those kind of players that know how to play. You can count on at the end of the game, and he'll be chipping in too with some goals. That's huge.
One other thing too, with Kotkaniemi, is he having a little bit of trouble maybe adjusting to your system and really getting in sync with everybody, or do you feel? Okay.
I don't think it's trouble. I just think tonight that line, like I said, it wasn't just that line. We had 3 lines that were not up to par, so we made a little shift. But again, I think there's a definite learning curve with how we're doing things, and but I think he's coming along.
All right, thanks, Rod. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
All right, there's the Hurricanes head coach, Rod Brindamore. That's Inside the Locker Room, brought to you by Linda Craft and Teen, the name everyone knows and trusts, lindacraft.com. So Rod Brindamore, not as enthused about the performance tonight as I was, but they get a win, so that's all that matters in the end, but certainly some things to clean up. You could expect that in the first couple of games. He did throw the lines in the blender for the third period. It looked like Jordan Martinook was playing up with Sebastian Aho and Teuvo Teravainen. It looked like Kotkaniemi had dropped back to play with Derek Stepan and Stephen Lawrence. It looked like Nino Niederreiter and Jordan Stahl and Jesper Foss. That might have been the line that was original for those 3 guys. Nino, Stahl, and Foss was a line. So it was the other 3 lines that got thrown in a blender. But Rod Brindamore is a guy who is want to do that. He does that fairly regularly when things aren't going the way that he wants them to go. They were deadlocked in a 1-1 game, came out in the third period, and changed some things around, and it ended up working for him. All right, lots more to come. We've got the highlights from the game tonight. And we've got a full NHL scoreboard to bring you as well as we continue after a 3-2 Hurricanes win. You are listening to the Aftermath, presented by John Heister Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the Fan.
If you are going to be a championship team, you have to have championship people. And that's why the head coach puts an emphasis on preparation, attitude, effort, excellence, and passion. The same is true of Linda Craft and Linda Craft and Team Realtors. They know that to be the best, you have to have those same qualities to help people reach their ultimate championship dream of home ownership. When you are ready to sell or buy your next home, click on over to the champions at lindacraft.com. That's LINDACRAFT.com.
It's bow time. So it's game time, and you got a bunch of rabid fans.
Dad, we're hungry.
You head out to fire up burgers and dogs and go from grill master to MVP. And then you realize you're out of GAS. Yup, out of gas on game day. What do? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. It's bow time.
Planning a tailgate? Then it's bow time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's bow time.
Discounts are great on pizza, groceries, clothes. But when you see a discount on LASIK, you're skeptical. That's because we've been trained to think that anything that makes your life better has to be expensive. At the LASIK Vision Institute, it's just not true. We're able to provide amazing discounts and affordable financing on LASIK because LASIK is all we do. So don't be skeptical. Be excited about a life of new vision from the experts in LASIK. Right now at the LASIK Vision Institute, we're offering 20% off LASIK with our latest Wavelight laser when treated in October. Plus, take advantage of our guaranteed financing. Go to LASIK.com to see if LASIK is right for you. The LASIK Vision Institute. Amazing vision, amazing price. Must mention this promotion and be treated in October of 2021 to qualify. 20% off standard price of Wave Light procedure. Cannot be combined with any other offers. Go to LASIK.com for details.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
See if you're a winner every night. Watch live lottery drawings on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news. That's right. Carolina Pick 3, Carolina Pick 4, and Carolina Cash 5 numbers every night on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news. See if you're a winner before you go off to bed. Get your lottery numbers live every night.
North Carolina Education Lottery.
Only on WRAL-TV's 11 o'clock news.
The Carolina Hurricanes play on WCMC HD1 Holly Springs, Raleigh-Durham. 99.9 The Fan.
Welcome back to the Aftermath, presented by John Heister, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get off your keister, come to Heister. Alec Campbell with you here. 3-2 the final. Hurricanes get their first road win of the year over the Nashville Predators, and they are now 2-0-0 on the season. Time for tonight's highlights. Canes on the board first at 6:18 of the first period. Jesper Fast skating the puck into the zone. Ethan Bear jumping into the play to create a 2-on-1 and open up a shooting lane. Fast took it himself, snapped a wrister to the far post, and gave the Canes a 1-0 lead.
Jesper Fast, he's got a lane. Snaps, he scores! Jesper Fast, he's 2 for 2. A goal in the opener, a goal tonight, and the Canes take a 1-0 lead.
Second of the year for Fast. He now has goals in the first 2 games of the season. Nashville on the board at 7:54 of the second period. Andrei Svetchnikov turned the puck over in the neutral zone. Ryan Johansson picked off his pass, skated in, beat Anderson to make it a 1-1 game.
Now Forsberg throws it away to Svetchnikov, and Svetchnikov throws it away, and on the backhand, and they'll score! The Preds taking advantage, Ryan Johansson. And Svetchnikov throws it away, and back the other way. The Predators' big center ties it at 1.
And then in the third period, Andrei Svetchnikov notching his third goal of the season at the 14-minute mark. Brett Pesce flipping the puck from their own end. Martin Necas corralling it and sending a feed for Andrei Svetchnikov, and he snapped one near post to give the Hurricanes a 2-1 lead.
Now Pesce's flip is settled down. Necas, Svetchnikov, his shot, he scores! Mr. Svetchnikov puts the Canes in the lead, 2-1.
Canes took a 2-goal lead at 18:48 of the third period. Net empty. Teuvo Teravainen lifting the puck from his own zone, and it trickled into the Nashville net for the 3-1 lead.
Aho knocks it away from Forsberg. He'll get the puck. Teravainen. Saros is on the bench. Empty net. Does he have it? Bullseye! Teuvo Teravainen from about 150 feet gives the Canes a 3-1 lead.
Second of the year for Teuvo Teravainen. Nashville cut it to a 1-goal game at 19:15. Point shot came in. Philip Forsberg with a tip in front. Went off the post. Forsberg got his own rebound, and he made it 3-2.
Nashville keeping it in. Ekholm tees it up. His shot right up. Hits the post. Rebound. He's right there. And we still have time as Forsberg knocks it home with 44.7 left here in the third period.
And so the Canes trying to fend off the Predators with time winding down. They did exactly that to move to 2-0-0 on the young season.
Stepan will take the draw again against Duchesne. Duchesne wins it right back. Now it's to Yossi. Quickly, with 3 seconds left. Shot goes wide by Ekholm. 1 second, and that's it. The horn goes, and the Hurricanes have improved to 2-0